Welcome back, everybody. Our Tua
Tua
had some goosey things to say.
You know what?
Goosey things to say, dude.
Here's what I appreciate. What's going on with the Dolphins right now, right? No matter what the circumstance, situation, or whatever, everybody seems to be on the same page. As far as they're bringing players in and out, you don't hear anybody being disgruntled. You know, everybody's on the same page with the same goal. I like hearing that. Going into camp, this will be the first time in a long time. There's no real questions or situations. It's all about preparing for football. So maybe that's because they got 1 year under their belt with Mike McDaniel. Maybe it's because they brought in a couple of guys who the guys that you have on a team respect the hell out of, right? Maybe it's the coach they brought in. Maybe it's, spending another offseason with Tua. But everything seems to be building in one direction. And for a organization, for a football team, especially a football team, you don't need this in basketball. You can have a couple of studs and you can win some games.
Sure.
You don't need this in baseball. You can have a couple of studs and still win games with some. But football,
you can have a couple of studs and not win games.
Football, the weakest link can cause the most problems.
Yes.
And so
Jason Sanders.
I appreciate, think about this. This is the first time in a few years that you haven't had any real questions about what's going to happen or who's going to do what or somebody holding out or they need to do this.
They seem set up for success, dude.
Right.
They seem set up for success.
And
There's
so,
not a lot of drama going into this year.
Right. That's why you don't want Hard Knocks.
I don't want to quibble over that.
Because you're wrong.
But
that's okay. You can be wrong.
I'm not wrong.
You're wrong.
I'm not wrong.
Wow, he looks old.
Wow, Michael.
He looks old, doesn't he?
Well, listen. Anyway, so Tua yesterday, he did one of those things where you show up to a high school, give the football equipment out. Kind of cool. I think he did it at Miami Edison. So shout out to Tua. Did some interviews with some of the local papers and did one with Joe Shad of the Palm Beach Post. Little Q&A action.
Yeah.
And this is what Tua had to say. I thought it was gooseworthy. He was asked, what do you think that you have to do to prove to the organization that you're the long-term quarterback answer? Tua says, I think I've got to do what I've been doing this past year outside of injuries, just the way that I play football, play my style of football. But I think the things that have hurt me have just been injuries. And so, I've been really working hard to hopefully elongate myself. That's a word, Tua. To withstand the season. And, we'll see how it plays out. God willing, I can make it through the entire season and we can win a playoff game. We can win a Super Bowl and all that good stuff. I like Tua talking Super Bowl, dude.
I mean, so all the other 31 teams.
No,
nobody's saying
more.
No, I appreciate what he's saying. Here's what I realize about Tua. You can say what you want about Tua. You can't question this man's effort or his sincerity. And from that standpoint, I do have a problem with people trashing him, right? Because he plays a position that sometimes it takes a couple of years. And each year he's shown something. Last year, it was a little bit more than the first year, and so forth and so on. And so now, if he just makes that next step and you see a constant progression of Tua, how can you be upset at what he's doing?
He was also asked, how legit are the Dolphins as an AFC contender? Because there are so many good quarterbacks, so many good teams in the AFC. What do you think what do you think about what you have to work with? He says, quote, I think we are definitely legit contenders. There's no doubt with the guys that we have on the defensive side of the ball, with the guys that we have on the offensive side of the ball. And now, with being the first time as an offense, we get to come back, understanding the plays already, mold the offense a little bit more. I think it can get very, very scary, pretty dangerous.
Goosey.
Goosey's galore.
Can I ask you a question?
Goosey.
I like danger.
Why are you getting all excited and
yeah.
stuff? Did he say anything surprising to you, or
Yeah,
that you
yeah,
already
yeah.
thought?
No, well,
Like,
here's what he
we've been talking about how potent this offense is going to
said.
be.
Yeah, but you
So
want
why hearing it from him is
because Tua's sitting around the campfire right now, and he's telling ghost stories to Aaron Rodgers, Josh Allen, and them boys, just so they know.
well, I'm saying this. It's between the Jets and the Dolphins. I don't quite know what the Jets are because last year the only teams they beat were the teams with losing records.
Mhm.
So let's not get that twisted.
Yep.
Right? Like we can say what we want about the Jets coming on, but the reality is they didn't beat any good teams. I told you how I feel about Josh Allen all of a sudden mysteriously wanting to become a different quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. If Josh Allen doesn't run, then Josh Allen won't be productive. That's part of who he is.
You want to know?
That's part of
You want to know what Tua's coming back with? Full sleeve arm tattoo. Mm-hmm.
Whoa.
He got it. He got one.
Yeah, he won't show it to anybody though.
What?
Big reveals coming at camp.
You serious?
Mm-hmm.
No way.
Little air of mystery to Tua.
I tell you what,
Sly dog
that changes a player.
does.
Duncan Robinson comes back with a sleeve tattoo. Different guy.
Yep.
Untradeable.
Remember
Good
Rookie
team.
Birdman?
Duncan doesn't have a sleeve.
No, but if he did, if he did,
Yeah.
I mean, on top
What about
of the
Tyler
mean
Hero?
mugger.
Man.
Tyler's got a lot of ink,
And
Oh,
that
but he's
didn't
got.
make-
I think we'd all agree Tyler Hero's got swag to him. You know, we've all said
that didn't make him less tradable.
that just is what it is. Dame Dollar, baby.
Then why are you saying about Doug?
I mean, like Duncan Robinson could come back looking like Birdman. I'm still trading you for Dame.
Right.
true.
So
At least I didn't trade Bam.
basically what you're saying is, Marcos,
Yeah.
you're an idiot.
No,
Stop
it's
saying
not.
that.
Marcos's point is well said, but like it's like not like you yesterday trading Bam for Embiid.
I
Jeez.
did not. Oh my goodness. See how you try to twist that, Marcos?
Yeah.
We have video evidence,
I just-
and he's still trying to put it on me.
I just don't like the fact that Tua's saying gooseworthy stuff, and you're sitting here like, well, everybody should say that. Like,
No.
I like
That's not
like
what I said.
I like a Tua with bravado.
That
I
is
like it.
not what I
Got
said.
a swag to him.
That is not what I said.
Okay.
I said in all the conversations that we've had,
Mhm.
we've kind of felt the same way.
That's right.
That's not. What do you say? I'm not chewing,
Mm.
poo-pooing on what Tua had to say.
Most quarterbacks are cliche cowboys, you know, and this guy, he's out there, he's gunslinging, you know, he's letting you know. Yep. You don't like a cocky Tua? Careful,
No,
J-Fig.
that's a cockatoo.
I don't want to.
Why do I have a visual of Clint Eastwood with that big ass dirty hairy gun?
But with a cockatoo on the shoulder.
That's Beretta. And it didn't work out for him.
Clint Eastwood. What if Clint Eastwood was just a real, fan of parrots, and then all of a sudden J-Fig just shows down at the corral with the gun. She goes, he's like, make my cockatoo's day.
Okay.
Takes him out.
All right.
Someone said you're Clint Feastwood.
Dude, we can't.
It was me. I said it.
That's terrible.
Legit
Oh.
contenders, dude. I don't like you just like, putting it.
Yeah.
Marcos, you get the goosies from Tua?
Man, he's not a guy who's gonna trash talk or say something because he's like us and has the goosies. He's just used to giving goosies.
Right.
So he's looking at it. Look, this is a serious analyzation, and I think it's goosies galore, dude.
Yes.
Stolen McRibs. Clint eats food.
Point for
Can't do anything around here.
Twitcher.
Hey, so here's the deal.
Huh?
Here's the deal.
Hmm?
I'm excited for the season, and would you all say this is probably the most excited you've been about a Dolphins season in a while?
Yes.
But I try to temper that because I don't want feeling good about a season to make the expectations too unreasonable. You know what I mean? So I can't wait.
I don't think it's unreasonable to say go to the AFC Championship game. I don't think that's unreasonable. It's not.
You got here. Let's be real. Here's who you're competing with.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You're competing with Kansas City,
Of course.
Buffalo.
Mm.
You got I don't think Buffalo's gonna be in, so I'm putting it out there. Cincinnati, the Jets,
Mm-hmm.
and the Dolphins. That's 5 teams for 2 spots.
Mm.
That's not counting football is football. So
Yeah,
you're
you
gonna
could
have another one of those teams.
Chargers,
Chargers,
maybe the Browns get it going.
maybe the Browns,
Ravens.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So, like, you can have a good year and not get there. So I don't really necessarily put those expectations on it like you do. But I do think.
But
I do think here's what you want, and here's what you want if you're a fan. You want to go into every week, right? And you haven't felt this way in a while.
Mm-hmm.
Every week, feeling you have a chance to win. That'll get you to the AFC Championship. If you start having these questions during the course of the year, then you can't have those expectations. So I'm looking when the season starts, I'm like, okay, going into the season, I feel confident that this team has a chance to win every game.
Yeah, but
not saying it's going to happen.
But this is the thing. Like, I think the only reason that people are scared to do that down here is because they haven't won a playoff game in 23 years. So I get it. It seems like an ingrained thing. Like, if you got your first playoff win in 23 years, like that should be the bare minimum, I think, with this team.
Right.
But I don't think it's unfair to say, hey, get to a game away from the big game.
I don't. And I guess one of the reasons why I do this because I guess during my whole career, just college, wherever, I was always taught, take care of this week. The other stuff will take care of itself.
Yeah.
Right. You don't say, before the season starts, your goals are to win the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Right.
But once the season starts, it's about this week, and all the other goals will be accomplished if you take care of this week.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's hard for me to just look that far ahead without seeing any football.
You can have that be hard for you. It's not hard for me.
Because you're unreasonable.
I'm not unreasonable, dude.
Very unreasonable.
We got Jalen Ramsey. We got Fangs. Fangs. You better show up, dude. I'm telling you right now. All right. We got Wilkins. We got Sealer. We got the whole kit and caboodle. All right. We got Jalen Phillips. We got Chubba Dub Dub. All right. We got Xavier Howard in a revenge season. Bradley Chubb. We got Snowman. All right. Cater Kohu in year 2. All right. And then on the offense, come on, dude. I mean, Cheetah, Waddle, Chosen Anderson, Speed,
Berrios,
Braxton, handsome dude.
Mm-hmm.
Braxton Berrios here.
Dalvin Cook,
maybe. We do have Eichenberg.
Yeah. Still got Eichenberg, huh?
You know, maybe Teron Armstead gets through a season healthy.
Well,
maybe, maybe, and also Tua knows jiu-jitsu. I mean, come on.
That's the difference.
That is the difference.
Yeah.
We have a martial arts quarterback who knows jiu-jitsu, has a full sleeve tattoo, and is bulked up.
Leroy, what are you going to say the first time Tua dodges a sack, does a cartwheel without touching the ground, throws a touchdown, and then flexes his arm sleeve?
Nothing. I'm going to say good. I'm glad that he's gotten the confidence to where he can feel confident about what he's doing. That's honest truth.
Mm-hmm.
Like Flores beat that man in a submission. Right?
He did.
He finally.
And then he got a genius who asked him about Socrates.
Right.
And snacks. You know?
I'm a big snack time guy.
Exactly, dude. Back after this.